Hello, beautiful, beautiful people. We are back once again with a live stream, a melt stream. And as always, we are gonna talk about the truth and the melted structures that's all around us and the undeniable evidence we can see everywhere uh, because that's what we do. It's all about educating people and showing them what's obvious, in my opinion. So I'm not gonna run a cam today because I can show myself. Hold on. But I'm just gonna do a chill. Hello. I'm just gonna sit here and show some pictures and stuff and talk. So that's what we are gonna do. So I think Mark is in the house. I don't know if people are gonna pop in like now since the stream have started, or I don't know, but I'm gonna do this anyways, and then people can always watch and catch up later. It's gonna be saved here on the interwebs for eternity, I guess. So I will start with opening my photos on here, and Andrew is also in here. Good to see you. Whoever is here, whoever is not here, whoever is watching this now or in the future, I'm glad to have you listening here and seeing what I'm gonna present, because it shows that you have a brain that works and you have a curious mind and you're looking for truth. And this is one of the biggest, biggest truths we know about at this point, and this goes perfectly on top of the stationary level Earth we live on. This just adds on to it, and it just it makes a whole bunch of sense. Together they go well because this looks like some kind of fried melted circuit board of some kind. I don't know exactly what it is, where it came from, or how it happened. I just know that something happened, some cataclysmic event, and now we live in the ruins of some past advanced civilization. And in history class they tell us, oh, 10,000 years ago they were dumbass, ooga booga cavemen, etc. But in reality we are the cavemen as a whole, as the so-called modern society, because we just don't know jack shit about this place, and we're gonna try to figure it out. People popping in now. Good, 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 because that means I'm gonna open the photos and we're gonna look at some melt. I got photos from Yandex. I got photos I've taken from you guys posting on social media, Facebook, etc. Thank you for that, for showing. And I will forward whatever you show, whatever I like. It's all about sharing, sharing, sharing. We got Flat Smack in here. Good, good, good. Liars, NASA are, of course, liars. Hopefully, people know that by now, but many people don't. And that's funny because I participated in shape of the earth discussion on Facebook here the other day. There is a friend of mine who likes stirring the pot a little bit with his flat earth knowledge, and I did a little participation in there. And some people know a lot about a lot, but once you put the shape of the earth into question, they just start crying for some reason. So they know all about adrenochrome and all this fiat money scam and politics, and they can know anything, but you can't question what you walk on and what you breathe on and what you see every day. The earth, the basic foundation of our existence. You can't question that, no. That's too much for some reason. I don't know. And we got Jen at the Truth Seeker 69. Make sure to check out her amazing Maltology channel at the Truth Seeker 69. You will find a link to her channel in the link that's pinned in the comments. Linktree/Maltology channels. She should be on there. And Dalla, hello, hello. Good to see you. Great to be here and great to have you. Thank you for being around. And Frank, hello to you as well. Damn, all these wonderful melt heads coming in. Good stuff. Michelle, hi, how are you? Where are you? I miss your face. I am right here. I did show my face a few seconds ago, but I'm not gonna do it for this stream because it doesn't matter what I look like or whatever. I'm just gonna, what matters is my voice and the knowledge I speak with it and the shit I show on screen. So I'm not gonna do the camera thing today. Anuki, India nuked before. I don't think nukes exist, but yeah. And our melted reality, that's of course my buddy Mark that I met down in Alabama early February. So make sure to check out his Boots on the Ground YouTube channel as well in the link in the pinned comment. Check them out, guys. These are amazing people with the same knowledge, and there's plenty of people doing this. Hey, we can't see the photos. Yeah, I haven't put on the photos yet. I will do that. Sorry, I got distracted by all you beautiful people showing up and coming in here. I just wanted to say hi to you guys, okay? Because I love you guys. That was all. Sorry. Let's see. Share screen, and we do this little thing right there. And let's see if we can get this stuff to work. I will, of course, do full screen so you can better see. And bam, now you should be able to see this. You should be able to see this, and that means we can begin. So, for the people who are new, this whole idea that I'm gonna speak of is how mountains are not geological, naturally generated formations from plate tectonics, billions of years, spinning space testicles, all that nonsense. Evidence shows that they are structures that's that went through some cataclysmic event in the past, possibly not that long ago, possibly just a few hundred years ago. And these structures melted and turned into what they call mountains in today's pseudoscientific teachings and geology, academia, history, whatever. They tell us these things here are naturally generated formations, and they tell us that primitive Ooga Booga people came and chiseled and carved and built into here. But in reality, they are all structures that have been melted, and they have pockets of survival on them. You can see a little bit of structure left here and there. You see buildings, you see apertures, you can see brick lines in here, you can see archways up here. Why would you build this? Why would you carve this? It's all structures that's been melted, and that's what people need to understand. It's very obvious. I'm gonna try not to be offensive to any group of people, even if you're a little bit behind in understanding your reality, because I want everybody on this. I might call you dumb, but that is because you are dumb, but not in a bad way, because you can always learn and become undumb. So it's okay. It's okay. I just want you to know it's okay. So you can see bricks transitioning into rock here, and here they're just melting, but you can still see remains of apertures. Here you got a chunk of ballooned up brick just in there. Why would you ever put them in there? Did the earth put them in there? And then suddenly you're gonna carve this little triangle thing in there, and like, just for what purpose? Because it takes time to do this, and with such precision. I mean, that's basically impossible. Go to some kind of mountain, bring yourself a hand chisel and a hammer, and try to carve something out of it with precision. Because you will put that chisel down on the rock and you will hit it, and then suddenly, bam, a big chunk fell off. So it doesn't make any sense. It's to hide the stuff we see in front of us every day, our whole lives. We see this kind of stuff, and we are supposed to think, oh, somebody came here and they carved like little spiky pyramid looking things, and they put a wall in there, and oh, we needed some shit up here. Hey, everybody, grab your rappelling gear, because we're gonna go and carve some structures up in this hill here. So you can't go down, you can't go easily go to the grocery store or whatever you have to do that day, go for a walk, you have to rappel up and down, it just doesn't make any sense to put anything up here. But that's what they claim, this is all the tops of buildings melted, and here you have bigger structures. You even got shit up here. See, you got some apertures or whatever, stucco looks like, a little bit left there. It's all structure with pockets of survival. That's all this place is. Melted structures on a massive scales. Whoever built them or wherever they came from, I do not know. I just know that something happened and they are melted. And that's all we know for now. But the more people we get in on this, the faster we can figure out what happened and how and when. Because humans, as any other species in this realm, have collective consciousness. It all works together. So we just have to figure it out together. That's what we are gonna do. Beautiful people, beautiful people. So if you're watching this and if you enjoy it and find it useful, you can do us all a favor and share it out on a social media or with your friends or something. Get the word out there. So here you can see more remains on this structure, supposedly carved, chiseled. That's not what we see. It's all melted. I mean, you can see details on here on the facades that used to be. You wouldn't need to carve all of this. As a primitive man that tried to find shelter, you wouldn't need to do all this extra stuff. And here, why do you carve it so square like here with some designs when all you need is a goddamn opening to hide in? So why do you do all of this? Spend your whole life doing this to be able to hide from the rain, and then you're too old to even enjoy it. Doesn't make any sense. What's this? Why do you do this? And then this shitty door here, Oh, I guess he hit his chisel too hard here, and this whole chunk fell off. So he was like, "Oh fuck, gotta start all over again, somewhere else." Here you see this 90-degree angles and this stuff. You would never carve chisel this stuff. It's nonsense. It's their way to explain this kind of stuff because, hey, it is a good lie. We all believed it, but then we come to a point in our life that it just doesn't make sense anymore based on evidence, which is here, which is what I show you, what I talk about. So many of these places are in Cappadocia, Turkey, because it is the capital of melt. Basically, it's a very good place to start if you're new. Just go on whatever image search engine you use, search for Cappadocia, Turkey, ruins or whatever, and you'll see tons of stuff that just screams melted structures at you. So you can see more remains here, pockets of survival, walls here, another like square like shape, more stuff down here. All transformed, bricks transformed. We can still see a little bit of the brickwork here, expanded into bigger blocks, but it's in here. Obviously, it's built here, and it serves no purpose for the rest of the thing here in the current condition in this image. It's just like, what the hell is this doing here? But it shows, hey, it's built here, and this is also built. See, it got more stuff up here. But they changed during this cataclysmic event. Looks like some kind of short circuit of this circuit board, similar looking realm we live in. Here, tons of pockets of survival, walls, apertures, windows, archways, brick, everything. And then you just have a little bit here, and then you start to see the melt up here. You can see it melting down, like dripping wax. See, it's melting. Viscous holes, and then suddenly a little bit here, aperture. More stuff in here. Walls, openings. Why would you carve this useless thing you can't use for anything, right? You wouldn't. That's how easy it is. You wouldn't. And here you can see the bottom part in better condition, but you can also see how the structure just goes into the supposed mountain in the back. And the supposed mountain looks like it has supposed carvings in it, but it's all the same structure here. It's all just melted buildings. So you got lots of stuff here. Whatever it used to be before it melted, it's obviously damaged and changed a lot. So I cannot always tell what it used to be, like this stuff up here. No idea. But it was some kind of structure, some kind of components on this grid. Free energy were available in the past, evidence shows. But now, all the energy we use to heat our homes and cook and whatever, to live stream and all that stuff comes from cables, and they're charging for it, which is very unnecessary. It is the control slave system we live in, and hopefully by now, after all the shit we went through the last couple of years with mandates because of some airborne thing, you should know by now how much they lie to us. And you know what happened from 2020 until now, that's just a fraction of all they have done and will do, and what they're doing now. It's so much more. And this is what they're hiding with all these distractions, all this shit they're doing, all the useless entertainment sending on television, politics, news, whatever, movies, and whatever the hell is always something that has to be going on to distract the minds of the masses. So today I went down to downtown Chicago, and we saw the the Chicago River. They dyed it green for St. Patrick's Days that's coming up, and yeah, I can show some photos later, maybe if I remember. But they dyed the whole river green because, hey, distraction. People are very hyped up every year to see this shit. I just wanted to see how silly it is, and it was very silly. But here you can see the structure, red brick structure here, and then it just transitions into a supposed carved supposed mountain here, but it's all the same structure. So here to the left, slightly better condition, and here it's more mangled, more melted, more cooked, and it turned into this, but it's the same structure. Okay, it's structure melted. Okay, I'm gonna see here a little bit of comments here. They lie about everything. Yes, Michelle, you're very right about that. Everything is a lie. Everything, you have to unlearn everything from school, etc., and learn the truth based on evidence. What do we need to discover to take us to the next level? What do we need to discover to take us to the next level? I do not know at this point, Frank. I don't know. All I know is, melted structures, and that's what I'm gonna focus on now. And in the future, if we discover something else, crazy stuff, I'm gonna cover that too, of course. But I don't know. I think all we can do now is, just focus on getting people on board with the melt and stationary level earth space is fake, and melted structures, whatever, and take it from there. We just need more people and minds, I think. So yeah, structure here, red brick structure, and then it goes down, and this is supposed to be like the ground level stuff, but hey, it's more structure. Okay, and you can see the red brick here transitioning into dirt, clay, soil, supposed earth, whatever you want to call it, the earth, but it's just brick ash. Okay, it's disintegrated bricks turn into mush like this. It doesn't have any structural property like a brick anymore, and it turn into ash. That's what dirt is. We don't. It's not nature, guys. Okay, this realm is nothing like you have been taught. It's not the actual earth. It's just ruins. All of it. Look at this. Look at this supposed mountain here, and you think it's nature? So we walk on top of this, but it's all ruins. So we walk on ruins. When you step your foot outside your house, you already walk on ruins. You don't walk on the earth, my friend. Sorry, it's too late for that. You can only walk on the ruins now. So you got this brick structure here, pocket of survival. Some of it still red, some of it very cooked out. You can just see when I say cooked out or fried, look at the color and the texture and everything here. How it changed the red brick into rocks. Now they changed. Okay, we've seen thousands and thousands and millions of fucking photos showing how they change. So you got a little bit of structure here, some more structure here, and some more structure here, and some more structure here, but it's completely mangled here. Swollen, expanded, cooked out, but you can still see horizontal lines there. They call them sedimentary lines, but it's just brick lines. Okay, they need to make up these words for it. Mangled brick. So you got brick on top here, and then some brick in here, archway here, and then supposed rocks for the rest of it. So why would you just start building with a bunch of random rock and suddenly you're like, nah, okay, I'm gonna use brick now. When you have brick, you just use the brick the whole time. See brick in here, mangled, transitioned into rocks. You got some more brick in here. You don't build like this, okay? Ask any bricklayer if you would want to do this, stuff some brick in here, put some rocks in there, just all this random. It looks horrible. Here, more pockets of survival on the top, structure with apertures, and then look here. You can see this aperture here, and then suddenly this aperture is into this supposed mountain here. But this is the structure. It's just swollen now, expanded, heat expanded. Turn it to this. Still see horizontal lines though, the whole way here. Horizontal lines. Because brick lines, okay? See, it's brick lines. Brick lines. Now look at this thing going down here. All the way down. What's the purpose for this? Right? Well, it's the whole thing is a structure. And then you have this thing going into it. So for some reason, this section here got more mangled, this, and then you have this thing going all the way down that survived. Didn't have as much electric current going through it, not as much heat, so it survived. And then this one also survived. Structures. No such thing as naturally generated mountains, I'm afraid. No, too late for that. It's all structures here. This is another place they will claim, oh, it's carved, whatever. Look at it. Would you do this with your spare time? Make this by carving with your hand. I don't think so. And here you got structures on the top, pockets of survival, and then you suddenly have this archway here, bridge archway thing with brick lines in it. You got plumbing leaking, that's rivers from these old wall structures. Huge archway. Oh, sorry. I had to sneeze, but I couldn't do it. And they claim all this shit is from plate tectonics, so this shit is just supposed to grow up here and then up here on this side and then connect on a perfect transition here. You can see it goes perfectly aligned. You can even see this big line goes here through the whole thing. Is that what happened? It grew up here, connected. Or did the water carve a hole here maybe? Oh my god, people are dumb. Jesus Christ. Okay, so you got pockets of survival here, swollen. with more pockets of survival down here. There is more pockets. Bricks transitioned into supposed rocks, stuck, fused together with the supposed mountain here. Just little pockets of survival. That's all it is. Then here you got some kind of trail for hikers. And you just see this wall. See how straight it is? And then on the other side, there's another straight edge, flat thing right there. Oh, by the way, I think me and Lindsay are going to Turkey Run National, whatever it's called, State Park or something. Tomorrow. It's like a 3-hour drive. It's not too far, and it has some cool shit. So we'll do some boots on the ground. We got some time, and some days of work and stuff. So that will be fun. Here got brake lines all the way, and it's at an angle. The whole structure melted and sunk down a little. You can see it's at an angle. It's sunk down towards here, tilting. Is what it looks like. Same deal. You can see the brick lines here. Some of them expanded into block lines. Some of them are compressed brick lines, pancake brick lines. But you can see the angle of the whole thing. So it's tilted and it's sliding down this way, down into the ground this way. You can see it's at an angle here. And here you can see this big ass supposed mountain with structure like features on it because, hey, it is a structure. Shown this before, but I'm gonna show it again because nobody's gonna watch all of my videos except, of course, a select few. So this is to show the scale of the structures because this is a whole ass supposed mountain, but it is structure. You see remains of apertures and stuff. Barely. Most of it got sealed and collapsed and stuff, but you got a few of them here. And of course, you see the brick lines, all the good stuff. It's all structured, just completely melted and almost beyond recognition, but we can still recognize it if you got the mind capacity to see. This is from down on the same building. You see the same structure here. Massive structure. Here is more apertures and shit. Brick lines, rock curtaining over itself. Structure, brick lines. Look at the rock curtain here, all the melt coming over itself, covering itself, dripping down, rock curtaining here. Beautiful photo, beautiful evidence, and beautiful for you meltheads out there. Some of you have seen it, of course, but if you haven't, hey, good for you. And here more structure from somewhere on this realm. I don't care about specific locations because it's everywhere. I look everywhere. You see these supposed naturally generated formations, and I just can see the melt immediately. Doesn't matter where you go, it's everywhere. It's all melted structures. Don't matter where. Look at this. It's the same place. Look at this shit here. Looks like a house or something. That's melted. Gonna do a few comments. Florida has structures at the bottom of the ocean floor with sediment, with brick lines, you mean? I like that explained by geologists. Yeah, I saw actually some videos the other day with who the fuck showed that stuff? Some of you guys, I think, showed Florida. I think it was maybe on Jen's channel or something. Jen and Shapu, possibly. Some of you guys can't remember exactly, but Florida under the floodwaters, yeah, there is caves and structure and brick lines and everything. So I'd also like that explained by geologists. Send this to stuffed Snoopy. Nah, he's too dumb to get it. He's too dumb. I'm not gonna waste my energy and time to explain this to people with a very low consciousness. It's a waste of time. I'm not gonna argue about this shit. I'm not gonna argue with people. I'm just gonna say, hey, look here, look at this. This is what it is, and people can then either understand it, or they can go somewhere else, do something else. Or of course, some of them are gonna say, hey, you're wrong. Hey, you're too dumb to take a shower without dying or something. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with these people, but I'm not gonna argue and fight people to convince them about the melt. I'm just gonna sit here and tell them, and they can choose themselves if they want to listen or not. If they're fucking assholes, I'm gonna block their ass because I don't have time for that in my life. It's not worth it because they're just too dumb. Their whole reality is being questioned and challenged, and their response is, just attacking you or something. It's just, I don't do that. I'm done with that shit. I'm not gonna argue or fight. So here, pockets of survival bricks transition into this kind of stuff, and pockets of survival here, apertures, and a huge structure. Yeah, guys, don't argue with people. Don't fight back and forth. 10,000 comments in 5 minutes, like, hey, blah blah blah. Hey, no. It takes me like 3.5 seconds to figure out if someone is capable of understanding this or not. 3.5 seconds, and then I decide, okay, I can try, or nah, I got better things to do. Don't waste your time on idiots, guys. Not worth it. Shit talkers will always be there. Let them shit talk. I mean, if they're so sad in their life that they gotta sit all day and make videos to shit talk other people, then they have big problems in their lives. I don't know why they're so sad, but you don't need to do that. I mean, you're better than that. Just talk about what's real. Talk about the evidence. Show the evidence. Don't shit talk people. There is no need for that. Just focus. So you got a whole bunch of stairs and stuff, supposedly carved. It's pockets of survival, tons of apertures, and then a huge ass brick wall here. Transition into more rocky, blocky, almost Tetris wall in some places, and then it goes back into supposed mountain here, more swelling, apertures, just a huge damage here, guys. Okay, huge damage. If you're new, by the way, go back on my channel and check out my documentaries. It has the basic level of explanation to get you into the melt, and then after you understand the melt, then you will better see what the hell this is. Because I'm not gonna spend like 10-15 minutes every photo anymore, because I already made the videos. It's up to you to watch it, and up to the meltheads to share it. I don't need to do the whole thing over again. Here, of course, more structure with apertures, and again, if you were supposed to oh my god, it's raining, fuck, I gotta get some shelter up, I gotta carve something into this formation over here. Do you need to make this whole rounded thing here, cylinder tower, and all this shit here, and this ugly ass opening here, and then a window up here on the second floor, and then I need to make it a little bit prettier, nah, you wouldn't have time or energy for that. You wouldn't care. It's just a little bit of the facades that's left here. Everything else is mangled and deformed. Look at it. It's a melted structure turned into a so-called mountain. There is more similar stuff. It's like, carved in here, and I carved needed this detail around, and needed this roof piece on here, or this triangle, classic old world architecture, by the way, Tartarian architecture with this stuff. And then all these little details on here, and then suddenly here you're like, getting lazy or something, and no, people just gotta, put the whole thing away, the carving thing. It's nonsense. It's too dumb, basically, and just see what I'm explaining here, and it will make a lot more sense if your heart is ready for it. That is, I mean, if you're not ready for it, you're gonna not see it. You might even leave an offensive comment or something. But if you're ready for it, it should be well good enough to show you the melted structures that we see everywhere in this realm. See here as well, full of apertures. You see this archway here for no purpose. There is like maybe a little opening here, but here is just still supposed mountain, and it doesn't hold anything up. I mean, why the hell did somebody, your boss tells you, hey, build this archway here? Wouldn't you, have a question for why, and what's the purpose here? It's useless. Who paid for this? For someone to build this? Isn't that crazy? Someone did. More remains in here. Apertures, openings, structure in the back. Here we got brick lines, block lines, structure, brick transitioning into rocks and blocks here as well, with an opening in there, sealed to the public, of course. And here we got, this is cool. I mean, look at all the brick lines here. They call it sedimentary lines, but again, it's bullshit. It's brick lines expanded into block lines in many cases, but you still see, the brickwork here, and then here you still see the brickwork in here with apertures and a bigger apertures here. I mean, these buildings are mangled here. They are very, very cooked out and destroyed. For the untrained eye, they will be unrecognizable. But if you have been into maltology, or if you're just curious enough and you really try to see it, you will understand that all the mountains have the same source as melted structures. Good one here. Apertures up in here, remains of something that looks like columns everywhere. Apertures, doors, windows, and then you have a structure down here that goes into it. So the pocket of survival here, and this is the rest of it, and it just looked like mangled stuff. There's more stuff up here. Structures, melted structures. Look what it turned into. It's structure right there. Okay, this is the same thing. It's the same fucking thing. Same place. So you got these pockets down here. And then the rest, look, turn into, almost like Grand Canyon or whatever you want to call it, with aperture still in it. Impressive melt. Impressive melt. And here you got stuff everywhere. You got some walls, a little bit of rocky walls here. Pockets of survival. You got this in the back. Huge melt on top with apertures in here. Openings into the supposed ground all over the place. Just a mangled mess. And then, of course, the background, you got the whole huge buildings melted down. Melted down. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I'm gonna do a few comments. Beautiful people. Let's see. Deborah Dropping in some brick love to all meltheads. Can't stay as I need to take mom somewhere. Red bricks forever. Brick loves to you, Deborah, and enjoy and take good care of your mom. See you another time. Uh, 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 uh. Is Patty in the house? Hello, Patty. Good to see you. Yes, I did my live stream at around 6. Like I said, so good to see you back on here. Saw you earlier on James' channel. Where's James? Is he here? Pants on the ground. Hello, man. Good shit. Okay, yes, we got James also in here. Hey, man. Good stream earlier today. Good shit. Amazing evidence. And thanks for doing the streams and everyone posting and stuff, Everybody sharing and talking about this. Thank you, guys. Here we got apertures, all mangled walls here. They're getting deformed and warped around a little bit. But you got a little bit of pockets of survival right here. And the rest of the structure is just turned into this now. You can see dripping down here. Okay, this is not fucking plate tectonics. You can see some kind of aperture here, all sealed now from the melt within. So, yeah, mangled. And then here you got a whole complex of pockets of survival. But it's, of course, as anything else in this realm, melted structures. I mean, all of this stuff here around it is melted here. You got swelling, expansion at the bottom, mangled stuff. Got stuff here still. You got all this stuff here. I think I got another interesting photo from this same place, but then here you come into the supposed mountain area, but you have apertures in here, got more stuff in here, huge block lines, more stairs all the way out here, turn into ashes, got more structure here, as you can see, bricks with little openings in it, possibly. I mean, the whole thing here is just a melted mess, guys. It's just a melted mess. But fractions of it here, a little section, survived the meltdown. When you fry a circuit board, not everything will melt all evenly and 100%. You will have small components here and there that just doesn't melt because they don't receive the same amount of electricity, and then you have short circuiting and the electricity is being guided elsewhere and stuff, and it never even reach this building or component. Sometimes it's just how it works. I'm not the one who did this, or I know how it works, kind of. I mean, it's a good. I think it's a very good way to explain it with a circuit board. I think it's a very good comparison because, I mean, that's what it looks like, right? Apertures up here, brickwork cooked out, and the rest of the red brick turn into a so-called mountain. Red mountain now. Red? Why? Oh, red brick, of course. This is far up, by the way, ground. Ash level is down here. No such thing as ground level, as far as I know. Gonna call it melt level, ash level, maybe. I don't know. This is the same place as 2-3 photos ago, and you see this thing here peeking out up here with a little bit of archway, but it's all gone. You can see the brick lines in here. I mean, how the hell did you build this up there, and why? Okay. Your boss just tells you on Friday, okay, on Monday when you come back, you're gonna build this thing up here. Don't ask me how I'm gonna do it or whatever. Just do it. All right, man. Okay. I want to see the blueprint first. Nah, don't worry about it. You have to figure it out yourself. Just build it up there. In there. There it is again, I think. The one we just saw from far this other way. You see more shit in there. You know, it's the same. Hold on. So here, this area, these two windows and this one here. It's here, two windows and this one here. So they took a photo from like down here and up this way. Now we're far away and we see the same thing. It's all melted structures. Michelle, just sub to your channel, Our Melted Reality. How about a few men in the thumbnails? I mean, yeah, you guys, you should all fucking... Hold on. You should all... I'm gonna... 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'm gonna post Mark's links because... it's awesome. Here, click the link in the chat, Our Melted Reality, and give him a little sub and a little notification bell, cause he's my friend. I've even met him in person, and he's just awesome. And he's you know, such a good-hearted man, and a blessing for, you know, the humanity and the people, and you know, all the stuff you do. Amazing boots on the ground, everything. You know, just a very good guy. So give him a sub. He deserves it. Please do. Him, and of course the link tree in the pinned comments. You will find all the meltheads that I respect on there. And give them all a sub. Guys, give them all a sub, okay? And you will have endless melt content and you will never be bored. So win-win, you know. You help them out, you help yourself out, and you help humanity out. So you can see melted stairs here. Aperture, it's all red still. C14, collapsed apertures up in this bitch all over. Just mangled. Next. Yes. And here you have some stairs there, so you come down the stairs from the top and then go down here, and then you just have to jump down here and break your legs, because they became too lazy to carve the rest, so they just stopped. Fuck, gonna take it the next generation, I guess, because it's so exhausting to carve this shit. And yeah, the stairs goes up behind here possibly, and up here, and then into... Oh, someone carved the stairs to go up here so they can sit down here and meditate. You know, it's just, why did you carve the steps up here for nothing? There is nothing here. There is nothing. You know, doesn't make any sense. Pockets of survival, apertures, brick lines, mangled drippings here. See the melt. Of course, Cappadocia, Turkey, headquarters of melted structures, and you just see this whole thing here melted. Pockets of survival all over it, apertures all over it. And it's supposed to be natural formations that's carved or chiseled or whatever you call it. Okay, so here you have another so-called cliff side, and you tell all your friends again, hey guys, get the rappelling gear, because we're gonna carve a city in that cliff over there. Alright, man, okay, I'm down. And they spend however many generations to do this, and then they'll start living in there, or their fucking grandchildren or something. And then they're like, okay, so how do we go? How the hell do we get out of here to go and get groceries? I mean, we're kind of stuck up in here. You know, it's kind of a pain in the ass to get the fuck out of there when you don't want to be at home anymore. Just have to chill up here and just sit, you know. How the hell do you get away from here? How the hell? So it's kind of a dumb idea with the carving. All it is a good lie. It's a good lie for indoctrinated humans. I mean, I believed it for many years, but now, I mean, I'm beyond that point now. Let's see here. More pockets of survival all over the place. Structure, and here they're just melted beyond recognition here, but still has some apertures in here. It looks like in the distance over here, some holes, openings in here. Break lines, break lines, break lines, break lines. Huge structures. So when you see this shit, you gotta understand the scale of the old world, and you know, they had bigger people back then as well, based on, you know, ceiling heights, door heights, window heights, and stuff. And they also had a very big population, most likely, to be able to achieve and build all of this shit, and, you know, fill up all these buildings with people and life, you know. So whatever they claim now, you know, they say these parasites, you know, who they are, gates, etc. Hey, we're too many people. Nah, we're not. There is so much space here, guys. There is so much space. We're not too many people. Okay? We are not too many people. The problem is we have these corrupted fucking scumbags of a government who control and manipulate the masses, and they focus wrong, and, you know, they really they fuck up the farmers as much as they can, you know, make them go bankrupt, and they stop all the farming so they can, so the government better can control the food industry, so they are more dependent on corporations to eat, etc. But if you remove all government, I'll promise you there is plenty of space here for anyone. Okay, there's so much space, and this realm can sustain all the life it needs. I mean, if we expand in population and we suddenly double, well, then the farms would double naturally. Okay, it just works that way. It's just how everything is connected and it works together. But we have a little thing between this to work. It's called government. Here, pockets of survival, pockets, apertures, pockets here, and then you start to see swelling and expanding over here, mangled buildings, stripping down. Got this shit here, two archways for no reason, more bricks cooked into supposed rocks, etc. It's just, yeah, melted. Then you have this archway thing with brick lines, pancake brick lines cooked into block lines, all that stuff we see all over the time, all the time. And then this is supposedly generated by the earth, or this is supposedly carved, but you see this line that goes all the way through and comes out here again. If you carve this, why would you carve this line in here through here? I mean, it's this, yeah, it's just, guys, come on. It's just melted structures. It's very easy. It's not that difficult, guys. First, you know, when I didn't know about this, I came across a video that talked about this, and it took me like 5 minutes. And then I was like, ah, of course, it's melted structures. And then I started my channel and started talking about it, you know. I mean, you just have to have the correct, you know, open mind, I guess, and then, you know, the way someone explains it to you, it will just click. You either see it or you don't, you know. There's no like in between, I think. I mean, you can be a fence sitter and look around and watch like a few videos and stuff, but I mean, it should be pretty easy if you're on, you know, just started to question your reality. And I think it's very much easier if you already have, you know, a stationary level Earth background. You understand NASA is full of bull crap, and they're stealing over $60 million every day from taxpayers to fake what's out there, you know. Faking space, showing us CGI satellites and space testicles, and faking moon landings, international scam station, all that shit. If you understand that, then I think approaching this melted circuit board reality is going to be easier, way easier, because it just adds on top of that stuff, right? More melted structures here. Here you have this beautiful supposed cliff here. It's all structure. You still see structure in here. You still see structure on here. In here and on here, you see some shit up here. How the hell do you build this? And why? Here, right at the edge. And you have more, you got some domage going on there. And I think you have apertures back in here too, up here. All the way in the back. There's some stuff there too. In these melted structures here, appearing to be mountains. So here you can see this structure. Obvious, it's structure. But on top it has mountain or rock. So why is the structure under the mountain? The whole thing is a fucking structure. That's why. The whole thing. Oh, that seems to be all my photos for today. 47 photos. That's not that bad. I thought I had 50, but some of them might not have shown for some reason. Maybe different file types or something. But yeah, that was my photos for today. Didn't take too long, 56 minutes. Probably a good length considering majority of humans are addicted and hooked on short videos like TikTok, so they can only, their attention span can only allow them to watch like 20 seconds, and then they have to scroll and look around for more dopamine, more whatever shit. So me going 4.5 hours, I don't think there's going to be any point in that right now. I think we showed some good evidence. We had some good flow in my speech today as well. I think I said some good things, and I think maybe the presentation here can be beneficial to some individuals if they see it. So please make sure to share it out. And anyone in here, you beautiful people, Patty, Michelle, Sacred Knowledge, Mark, Thomas, Roland, Dalla, Deb, Patriot, Disturbing World, Pants on the Ground, Michelle Alkimos, hello brother. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I hope you enjoyed the time together and the chat and everything. And as always, be good and be safe. Stay healthy, stay educated, and yeah, I'll do another stream another time. But like I said, I'm gonna do boots on the ground, a little road trip tomorrow, and take it from there. And then I'll be back and I'll do a stream whenever I have time. Busy days over here in Chicagoland. Busy. And yesterday I was supposed to stream, but they asked me, hey, can you work tonight? And I said yes, because hey, I need the monitas, trying to start my life and build up from scratch over here in America land. So shit is busy, but I will have time here and there. But make sure to share it out, and also you guys make sure to share this stuff. Find photos, start your own channel, post in the groups, post in social media. I mean, yeah, post it, talk about it, show your friends, whatever. Get this truth out there. Okay, so all right, people, then yeah. I'm gonna end the stream. So thank you, beautiful people, meltheads, and see you next time.